Howdy, my beautiful Aries. How are you doing today, darling? Let's get into your weekly tarot horoscope reading, Aries, for October. We're about to be getting into November, darling. Can you believe it, Aries? And then, yeah, just see what your predictions are today, Aries, what your horoscope is looking like. All right, be sure to check out more than just your one zodiac sign, Aries. Check out your sun, moon, and your rising to get a better understanding of what's happening in your life in specific. All right, darling? So with all that being said, let's just jump right into your tarot reading here. See what's going to be going on with y'all's energy here, Aries. I see you already right off the bat here, seeming like you're getting out of a pretty rough situation here. All right. I see you guys in this place right now, Aries, where I want to say just be anticipating a lot of movement. I feel like you guys are going to be very quickly detaching yourself from situations that you feel like you've had to protect yourself from. All right. Because I see in this Queen of Swords dynamic here, this could be either in the situation of like the workplace environment, Aries, where it's like you feel like you have to be like this Queen of Swords where you're just not being yourself. Maybe you're having to you've been having to work really hard but not really getting like your paycheck's not reflecting that. But it also, you know, with this Eight of Cups here, we can't neglect the emotional part of this here, Aries, where it represents the sense of like emotionally detaching yourself from a situation that just isn't fulfilling for you anymore, because like your guard has been up. Your guides have been telling you, you've been seeing signs about a situation, Aries, where you're just like, I'm not quite sure about this here. This isn't fulfilling to me in the way that I thought it would be fulfilling. And so I see a lot of movement in that regard there. When I see this Chariot energy as well, I get like this message of getting back on track, Aries. Now, I do have the question for you. Have you recently haven't been progressing or have been as productive as you usually would like to? I will be saying if that is the case for you, be anticipating a lot of activity coming in the coming days, Aries, where it's like, it's almost like this effort of like getting you off the couch, you know, making it this sense of where it's like getting you up sooner. You're going to have more reason to get up in the coming days. All right. I will be saying, Aries, yeah, Two of Cups. This is the initial impression that I got, especially like in this situation here, Chariot energy. I feel like your path recently you crossed up with the wrong type of people, and maybe this happened like several months ago, Aries, for you. But whatever the case is, it feels like there's some situation that you had committed yourself to with that Two of Cups, and it got you tied up with something that wasn't meant to be part of your path here. So for example, maybe you picked up a job to help pay the bills until you were able to get your art off the ground there. I feel like that was where the resistance started coming in. That's where the complications were. And so I see for many of you, yeah, with that Four of Wands as well on this Eight of Cups here, it's like you're getting back on track with your soul's purpose, as well as getting back on track, Aries, with the people that you have been connecting to. That's what I really see with this here. And so it's only natural that you're going to start noticing yourself starting to, you might have already seen it already in some signs of yours where you're just like, I feel like spirit's like pushing me away from a situation, away from this person here. And it's because they want you to get back on track with this Four of Wands here, Aries, and just like, no, we got to get back to your fulfillment. We got to, you know, get the show back on the road here. You had your rest period. Now let's get things going again. And then we have, oh, girl, I'm like pulling from the back of the deck here. It went flying. We have the Six of Wands that made its dramatic entrance here, which is very fitting. All right. The Six of Wands clarifying on this Queen of Swords here. This to me represents a sense of where you're realizing that you're going to be able to start putting down your sword. You're not going to have to fight as hard as you have been fighting to keep your head afloat here. Now, when I see this Six of Wands here, and then the partnership of the Two of Cups and Four of Wands here, I will be saying there does seem to be some type of social situation, whether that's romantic, business related, or family. You know, there does seem to be in the coming days, Aries, some type of social relationship really going to be come into the forefront for you to be handling, seemingly in a positive way. You know, the Six of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot deck, Aries, representing the fame, the fortune, victory, public spotlight, like where you're getting a lot of attention, Aries. And this dynamic taking this row on its own here, though, I do get like this impression here, Aries, where it's just like getting back on track. You might be hearing some news in the coming days where it's just like, you know, maybe you put out your resume or put out some feelers for a new job, or put your feelers out for a new person or something like that. Maybe you recently don't joined a dating app. There's some type of action, I feel, that gets the ball going for you, Aries, that then is just like that's where the events come in. Is just like, now that you're back on track, you have all these things that you have to make up for. It's just like a lot of action happens in a quick succession. But due to this Queen of Swords energy and the impression that I get with this here, it's like you're able to rest. It's like events that it's just like, it's stuff that you actually want to have happen, not just like a bunch of drama or complications, right? And so, but yeah, as I was saying before, I do feel as if there's some, like, we'll get into it later on, Aries, but I do feel like there's some social situation in your life that is going to be playing a pretty strong role or relevant role in the coming days. Yeah. And then naturally we have the Page of Cups clarifying this row right here. Aries, the Page of Cups, by definition, is new people coming into your life. Two of Cups is the card of partnership. It's a card of relationships, especially if you've been trying to manifest romance into your life. And then with this Chariot energy, letting you know that it's coming quicker than what you're anticipating, as well as Aries, this is someone that is meant to be part of your path to really help get the momentum going. All right. So this is a time for you to really start self-reflecting, Aries. Who is it that has started making their appearance? Because I do feel as if you've connected to them recently, or as like you've connected to them at some point, because I do get this sense of familiar energy. And so what I want to be, you need to be asking yourself, Aries, to really cater this energy to you, is figuring out who has been starting to make their presence a little bit more relevant in your life here recently. This is really, I do feel like it's a really positive time, girl. I do feel as if it's a positive time for you, Aries, if you were to, you know, join like a dating app or join like a community of people where it's like you're in search of either friendships, mentorships, or relationships in a romantic sense. I feel like whatever the case is, whatever your intention for the situation itself, Aries, would be very, you would be received very well, right? Especially with this second row here, it's really impactful. And when I see this in the heart of the spread here of the, girl, I can't hold these cards anymore, apparently, Aries. What I see with the heart of the spread here with this Four of Wands, this really aligns with the message that I felt with that Chariot card of like getting back on track, getting things back in working order. So it's like you remember what it is that you were put on this earth for, or it's like you remember your goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year, right? It's like some of you just it's like, Aries, for you, you got this, you were reminded of the resolutions that you set for yourself at the beginning. We have the Three of Wands stepping forward to you, confirming to me that you already have actively been seeing signs, Aries, about what you need to be doing next. I want to be suggesting for you to be trusting of your intuition more, right? I do feel as if you look at the illustrations of the cards here, I do feel as if Spirit has been actively trying to lead you or guide you with certain impressions. Maybe especially recently you've been having some prophetic dreams, Aries, or, you know, something clairvoyant. I do feel like is a little bit relevant here. Trust your instincts more. All right. Trust your instincts more, and don't be afraid of taking action, right? By trusting those instincts. Especially when it comes to you having to walk away from a situation where you're just like, this just isn't enough, right? And I could see you, Aries, potentially falling back onto a trap of like feeling like you don't deserve enough or more. And so you're afraid of walking away from a current situation because you're just like, oh, am I being greedy here? Three of Wands, am I being greedy? And thinking, taking this as a sign of where it's just like, I'm wanting more when I really should be learning how to be happy with what it is that I have, right? Whatever the case is for you, Aries, it's like, no, this is time for you to give yourself more credit. You know, this is the time to be asking for more. You know, the only people that are not going to have that internal question being like, is this too much? Am I being too selfish or greedy? Are people who are generally not being selfish or greedy. It's just, it's, you know, you have that self-awareness too. So take comfort in that. Aries is something I want to be saying. And then afterwards, you have here the Justice card once again in the back of the deck for you. All right, things are going to be balancing out in your life here. That's really what I find is going to be happening in the coming days for you, Aries, is like things are going to start finally calming down. I feel like I'm being shown like the waters at sea, like the waters at sea for you, Aries, is going to finally start calming down. Things are going to be getting back into their equilibrium in your life. Not only is the trajectory of your life going to start normalizing, being normalized again, not normalized. Not only are you going to be getting back on track with your purpose in life and things normaling out in that regard, but I feel as if like you're no longer deal with like the distractions. Maybe you recently have been having to put a major focus on like your mental health areas, or perhaps it's, I do feel as if for you it's like, when I think about this Queen of Swords, I feel like this has been really draining of you to have to maintain this Queen of Swords energy, and I don't feel like you're going to have to for too much longer. Now, your card for this week, your oracle card today, Aries, is the Pig Spirit, number 47, equaling to number 11 in numerology. So powerful, very fitting with this Four of Wands card, which also has the meaning of the 1111, right? Because it has two wands on either side, representing not only the portal but the 1111. So 11 is definitely following you today, Aries. What I will be saying with this card, it says using your mind wisely. Again, remember how I was referencing earlier, Aries, with this Page of Cups, where it's just like I feel like you guys need to trust your dreams more, your intuition on things. Like you guys are getting a lot of guidance at this time through your spiritual team. You might not be realizing how intuitive or how clairvoyant you are, Aries, but you absolutely are. And I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by doubting what it is that you're receiving. It's like, yeah, you're just not really taking advantage of the intel that you have around you, or the spiritual gifts, if you believe in that type of thing, that you have currently. So let's get a read on this person real quick before I send you off on your way, Aries, because I do consistently see some person coming into your life here. Now we have this Hanged Man coming in here. You can see this in either way. You're going to pull two more cards, Ace of Pentacles, as well as the Temperance card coming in here. Three of Swords in the back of the deck here. And then previously, when I pulled this Justice card, Aries, we had the Three of Pentacles that I meant to take note of and talk about, but I forgot to until right now. And so I do feel as if this is going to be very specific, Aries, but it's like someone that you were either really close with, maybe you shared a similar passion or the similar idea or desire. I do feel like there's some type of teamwork associated with how you could have either worked together or something. I do feel as if there is like some distance between you and this person. And I do feel as if, Temperance energy here, Hanged Man, Ace of Pentacles, is like, have patience with this person right now. They're going to understand like your side of things. They're going to understand where it is that you're trying to come from. This is like the epitome of a message, Aries, where it's just like, don't worry about this person. They'll come around. Right? Does that make sense? Maybe you've heard that phrase before, where it's just like, oh, give them time, they'll come around. This is exactly the type of format that you would see for a message like that. So whoever that was for, apparently that was strong enough for me to feel called to do it, and remember to do it, because sometimes I forget to do that for my readings anyway. So hopefully this was a treat for you, Aries. If you did enjoy this tarot reading, check out the comments down below of how you can further connect with me. If you did enjoy, give this video a like and subscribe, and I'll connect to you sometime in the near future, Aries. Bye, darling.